The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go.
Sponsored by Andrea Mason, Press Play, Plan Life According to You, LLC. Take care of your mental health. Find inner peace by rediscovering and loving you for who you truly are. Take advantage of this exclusive offer and choose to press play today. Thank you.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? This is the host of the Buzzing With Marlowe Podcast, and ladies and gentlemen, it's been long overdue. We are live. That's right, guys. I hope everybody's doing well. Happy Friday. Guys, if you are new to the channel, make sure you like, share, and most importantly, subscribe. Hit that notification bell to stay in content with all our platforms. You know the platforms. But I also want to give a shout out to our new platform as well, Rumble. That's right, guys. You can go check us out on Rumble as well. Increase the subscribes a little bit. It's kind of like a YouTube or something like that, but we've been getting some good numbers on that as well. So we are appreciative that Rumble is putting Buzzing With Marlowe content on as well. Also, guys, you can catch us on all audio platforms as well. Shout out to Good Pods. We've hit the top list again. I'm still trying to figure out how we hit in the top list. Like, I haven't put episodes out in like 3 months. So major shout out to all of y'all and the great ratings, the reviews that we have had. We are officially on Spotify. Spotify is Spotlight, I guess what it is. We will actually now be able to play our video podcast on Spotify as well. So there's a lot of new changes that we have got coming up. And don't worry, you Apple lovers, we are also on Apple Pod as well. It finally got on it. My goodness. I jumped the line this time. We are now officially on Apple. So you can catch us on everything from past seasons. All season 5 is officially on there now. I made sure of that one. Shout out to my editor for that one. That was a hassle. We have done so many countless things with this podcast. I think it's time to get it back. Already started. You let me know, man. You let me know. TB12, we will definitely have to have one. Definitely. When is JJ Dellinger coming back? We're going to have to talk about that one. I'm still a little eerie with you. But yeah, JJ, you evil guy. But guys, as you know, you see the headline. We have a lot of great things coming on for the show today. Also want to give a shout out to our guest that was on for the first part of this doubleheader for the podcast for season 6. We got 2 episodes on back to back today. If you haven't, go check out my episode that I did with my good friend James May. We talked about him owning a Tesla, the goods, and the shocking thing of when it was actually driving on its own. It was a good chat as well. We will have part 2 of that next Friday as well. So I want to thank y'all for watching those. just the support, everything that we have had from with my son, everything. Truly couldn't ask for anything else, man. Super, super, super. But I'm excited to get back on here with y'all. We've got football season coming back. We've got wrestling all going crazy. We got the Vince McMahon documentary that's going to be coming out in September. That one's going to be interesting to find out because it looks like they had no holds bars in that one. So who knows what we're going to get out of that. But we've got a lot of stuff. Also, we got commission talks that's going to be coming back not next week, but the following week. You can catch me on the OTTR network on Sunday nights at 10 p.m. Definitely be able to make this one for sure. But guys, we are not going to waste any more time. I've got a special person in the back. He is a regular. We've had a cooking show. We've been doing all kinds of things, man. Y'all been wanting him. He is here. We are also promoting the big event that's going to be happening September 14th at the Baker County Fairgrounds. That's right, guys. If you know, my home promotion, DCCW, is back. It's going to be a great, great show. And more importantly, because my guest is going to be in a big, big match coming up, we've got a lot to cover on that. So, guys, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, you've been asking, you want them, but we got to give them a little video. Welcome our guest. Of the got so many slang.
The Duke of the double wide, the sensation of single wide strong style, the Florida follicle fountain, baby.
Did you like that?
It's good to see you, man. It's good to see you, man. Buzzing with Marlowe, buzzing with Bradley. Been a while since we did this. Am I right?
I know, man. It's time to cook.
Yeah.
It's time to cook something.
I was cooking collard greens last time. Yeah.
I think
we still got to do that. We still got to do bacon with Marlowe and Bradley. We still got to do that.
Oh, shaking and bacon. There you go. Speaking of that, you got a big event coming up September 14th.
Yeah,
Burgers and Bros.
Yeah, man. 10-year anniversary. As you were just saying, super big deal for myself and everybody who considers DCCW home promotion. There's going to be talent from the past, the present, and even maybe some up and coming future stars there. I have a new tag team partner. I'm not 100% too sure about this guy yet, but Carson Case and myself, Mullet Madness, going against Rumble in the Jungle. I don't know what Chris's problem's been lately, but that's a whole nother neither here nor there story. Yeah, man, big deal. Burgers and Brawls is a big deal to me because it's actually the show that I started on for DCCW. I was a ref my very first Burgers and Brawls, actually. So, yeah, man, super big deal for me. This is like my 2-year anniversary in the biz, this show. So, I'm excited.
Super proud.
I appreciate it. I've done a lot in that 2 years, man. That's saying a lot considering some people have been in the business just the same amount of time and haven't done anything with it. But, you know.
We're going to get to those. But, man, let's talk about the history with DCCW, man. Like you said, 10 years. This is their big show.
Yeah, man. I mean, they go all the way.
Ghetto Superstar.
Yeah, I mean, they go all the way back to Effie wrestling against Ghetto Superstar Steve Pinder, the indie legend that is Effie. I mean, we've had a lot of people come and go through the show. I'm pretty sure Kid Hollywood has been hanging around the locker room recently, as I've seen and heard. You know, and then again, there's a whole new class of DCCW Building Blocks Academy trainees that I've had my eye on a little bit. So they might be there wearing a security shirt or a ref shirt. You never know, you know. But and then there's everybody on the card, man. There's that demon that was just in the comments. Oh, here we go. Appreciate it. Let's see if we can fix that. How's that, Jason? Sorry, Sandman. That's a great dude right there. Sandman Arts, and they do. He does all of our promotional stuff. I hope the echo isn't too bad. I tried to fix it.
No, you good.
Let's see if I can. Normally, if I mess with my volume on here a little bit, it gets a little better.
All right. As Julez Bradley is fixing some things, but guys, like we said, 10th anniversary DCCW Burgers and Brawls. Biggest thing about DCCW is ministry first, wrestling second. You don't get a lot of those for sure, so it's something really cool and amazing that 10 years straight that they have stuck to that value, and it's been elevating and selling. But my boy is back.
Sorry about that. Pushing too many buttons. But like I was saying, hopefully I got that echo taken care of a little bit. But like I was saying, man, that demon that was in the comments, JJ Dillinger, he's actually got a match, I think, against the ghetto superstar Steve Pender, speaking of which. And then you got Prince Handsome defending his national DCCW national championship.
His dream match. This is his dream match, I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
After working his way through his little feud with Mikey Spandex, your boy might be actually getting a title shot here against Prince here soon. Be on the lookout for anything and everything on the YouTube DCCW Glorified.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can do all the shout outs real quick. Buy the merch, unforgettablevision.com/Julez Bradley. Follow me on my socials that are active, which is Facebook, Instagram, and X at Julez Bradley. DCCW Glorified. The Burgers and Brawl show coming up on the 14th. The 21st, I will be at Marrow Pro in an I Quit match against Zach Monstar. And then the week after that, Amp Rebirth, I will be going in a title match, a rematch against TJ Brady. Freaking scum. And yeah. Oh, and if you're not in the northeast to northwest, North Florida area and can't be at Burgers and Brawls, you're one of my southern fans down there in the Tampa area. There's the Chocolate Festival that same day. And Generation Championship Wrestling show. The DCCW Women's Champion will actually be there in attendance at that show that day, Lacey Gomez. So big shout out to all of them. Like I said, DCCW is popping, man. Like the locker room is like I've never seen it before. Jake Logan has kind of grabbed the helm and is steering us in what I've heard dubbed the Fight Me era. I'm all about it.
Nice,
that's why I got in this business, because that's all I know how to do, baby. So
you got the hair shaking too, though. You got to always shake the hair. That's something you do need to talk to Marty about, man. Or man,
he don't like shaking his mullet. That goes back to the mullet madness thing. I'm glad you brought that up.
Y'all recall the mullet gimmick? Like it's like, come on, shake the mullet.
Yeah, I think apparently Stixx just thinks I was related to him or something because we both had mullets. I haven't quite figured it out yet, man. I think there's some chemistry there, but see what I did there? But yeah, I think I don't know, man. Me and that guy, we gotta talk more. We gotta train together more. We've only had the one match. There were the slip ups. I kind of bopped him in the head a couple times. I didn't mean to. All right, by any means. But I definitely, if we're gonna try to do anything as a tag team and win and try to get championship done, championship gold around our waist, if we're gonna get that done, then we got to get on the same page. And I just don't think we're quite there yet, unfortunately.
Well, you just mentioned it. Y'all are going against Rumble in the Jungle, which this one is.
Which I had to double, triple check the name because they've been everything from the Fox Wilds to the Wild Foxes to the Wonderful Foxes. You got me, man. The Hit Fox, Hit X. Watch out now. Them boys, they don't know what they're doing, man.
You said that.
They stuck, bro. I've tried, man. I've been nothing but a friend. Listen, here's the sad part. At the end of the day,
let's go into it. Talk about it.
Let's go into it, please. Because at the end of the day, I still consider Chris my friend, man, and Fox. They're the ones who are going online acting like we're not friends no more. The crazy part about it is me and Chris were supposed to be a tag team. We had I literally had gear. Look at this. Look at this. I had gear made. Look at that. Wonderfully shiny. Wonderfully You getting it? Is it showing? I had gear made. He has a pair of pants just like this. We were supposed to be a tag team. He's talking like I left him and I went and teamed up with these person and that person. And man, you left me for Fox forever ago. I kept trying to drag you to other promotions to follow me and come with me everywhere I went. And you stayed at DCCW with the Foxman X and y'all became best friends. And it is what it is, but don't get mad at me about it. You know what I'm saying?
So
look at that. I gotta show this off. Look, look, wonderfully shiny. We were boys.
Did you get the pink boots with it?
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying?
Well, you were full blown ready for it.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I still consider Chris my friend, and he keeps talking about this new attitude change that I have, and I don't understand it. You know, if really you want to rewind the tapes, let's go back. Let's go back to my very first match against Chris Kane at DCCW, right? Where I won by disqualification. Why? Because JJ Killner came out and hit me in the head with a chair. What a coincidence that the only other time I faced Chris Kane in DCCW, he beats me when Alex Ventura comes out and hits me in the head with Stixx's cane. What a coincidence. But I'm the bad guy here. I'm the bad guy here. You see what I'm saying? I've been nothing but trying to, like you said, get out on the road, get DCCW's name out there, prove to everybody that we're a legitimate school because I'm a legitimate wrestler. You know what I'm saying? And I got this cosplayer holding the school back who's been there the same amount of time as me. Ain't done nothing with it. Ain't gone nowhere. Won't follow me. Won't come with me nowhere. I'm sorry. Was that word too much?
I can't laugh because I've been so close to both of you. That's the bad part with this. I mean, technically, so when I came back, I think y'all were still very new at that time. So it's like y'all really connected simultaneously. I knew from the two of you that y'all were more advanced in your class at that time. And I remember the one thing I could say the difference between you and what was for Chris, you were open to do everything. Like everything. Ref, anything you were there for. It took Chris a little while to, all right, accustomed to trying to do stuff, get out, like you just said, get out, get your name out, travel around, get the character build, make people know of you. It's basically a show and tell thing. You present yourself, get yourself booked, get in these different things because, like you've been saying, man, you got this date, this date, this date. That's what really helps accustom your character and get you out more. And more importantly, it helps your promos. It helps everything else because now you're getting more wiser from those experiences that you have been finding. And people don't like saying it. You know more styles at the time as well. And I mean, I used to be against it for a little bit too, but you have to know these styles. You have to adapt to these things and get those excelled around. So, I mean, you've got some points there, but I can't agree with the cosplaying. Can't agree with the cosplaying thing because I have love for both of you. So, I'm
not trying to be mean, man. I know. What's aggravating to me is we, like you said, when we first started, we elevated each other constantly. And I felt like there became a point where
there was a real big
I excelled and he stayed behind. But for some reason, DCCW doesn't seem to think that. It's the other way around for whatever reason. So, I mean, you can see a little bit of my frustration there, but, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, man. Like you said, shape my mullet, win matches. I'm winning championships. Like I said, September, Burgers and Brawls, 10-year anniversary. That's 2 years in for me. I've already held 2 championships. I've wrestled in 6 different states. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. And, if people are happy with doing what they're doing, that's fine. That's on them. I don't hate on nobody for, being a hobbyist. But this is my full time. This is my full time, baby. I cash out at that paycheck window at the end of every show, and I go pay my bills with that. You know what I'm saying? So,
I mean, you put in the time.
2 different levels.
I remember you would be at training and you got a booking in Alabama. like not even 4 hours later and stuff like that. So I always knew you had that commitment when it comes to I'm there, I'm getting there. I remember one time you didn't have a ride at the time, but you found a way to get there. Like you made sure you were making these things. And that's something it took my attention. I was like, man, that's going to get him a lot. That's going to get him far because he's learning that at this early stage. Like you just said, man, y'all are technically the first class to come out of that building blocks. And like in a legitimate this era type scenario. We've got Prince Handsome, you've got Penguin. I ain't even saying his name. Oh man.
I like the way you say his name though. Nino.
Oh God. I match with him and I get JJ.
They're tag champs right now, man. Like it or not.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it takes a bitter pill for that one. But like you just said, with you and Chris, y'all were so compared for the longest time. And I knew that you took a problem with it at the time because like you just said, you saw it as we could be a real legitimate, we could be really good together. And like you just said, you bought the gear. Y'all got gear made and stuff like that. So what happened with that? Did Chris let you know something or just you come to the building and you find out Fox and Chris are starting to be their team? Like what really happened?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of like you just said, it was kind of a slow overtaking thing that I was booked every weekend. I was still trying to make training. I would, like you say, I'd be there an hour or two early because my ride would only be able to get me there when they could get me there and make my training and then have to get in a carpool with somebody else booked all the way in Alabama and drive 4 hours after training for 3. And so, I mean, I guess I wasn't around enough or whatever to really see it unfold all the way. But yeah, no, like you said, when we first started out, I considered us a force. I thought if we stuck together and we tag teamed up, bought the gear and all, that we would be able to conquer not just DCCW, but the tag division in indie wrestling. I thought we were the next big thing. And like you said, man, I stayed busy. I stayed on the grind. He stayed at training. He stayed hanging out with Fox. And yeah, next thing I knew, again, not to harp on it, but you know, our only paths crossing in DCCW as far as the crowd is concerned, or the glorified fans. You know, there's always been some debauchery there anyways, where I get hit in the head with a foreign object. So I don't know why he's got this golden boy facade on him anyways, you know, and every time I come back, oh, that's the head, this, and no, man, like just because I've been gone doesn't mean I ain't grinding. I'm out here, like I said, I'm out here making a name, not just for myself, but for everybody. I bring that home. You know what I'm saying? When I set up my merch table and I got championships from other states sitting on it, that means something.
Right. I mean, it puts on a resume. Puts on a heck of a resume.
He don't even have a resume. This man been in the business 2 years, don't even know what a resume looks like. It's sad, man.
I want
and
you.
I'm not trying to sound.
Get it all out because I know a lot of people have been asking these questions and stuff, and I'm pretty sure Chris is watching this right now. Like,
I hope he is. Chris, if you're watching, I mean every word of this. I mean every single word. You need to step up, dude. The fact that people consider him on the same level of me is ridiculous. It's insane. He's my friend, no doubt. I will continue to try to bring him into places and kick doors open for him and anybody else that comes out of DCCW building blocks, because that's who I am. That's what I do. But I don't appreciate this comparison that I'm constantly getting. We're not the same level at all, man. Yeah, him and Fox have been a tag team. They're consistent. They've wrestled for the belts. They know what they're doing. They got one over on me and Marty. Cool beans, man. And just because, Carson Case live, that sucks, but it is what it is. Just because Stixx thinks that I'm going to adopt this new attitude, that doesn't necessarily mean that they got a turn on me. Fox and Chris have immediately started accusing me of not being their friend no more, of having this new attitude, when they're the ones doing it. That's them. That's them the whole time.
There's a video of you with Fox and Stixx in a vehicle, and Fox, I guess, got a phone call or something after you revealed that y'all were facing them again at Burgers and Bras.
Right.
And so I could see a little bit of that. But Fox, I love that guy. Yeah. One of the most sweethearts I've ever met in wrestling, which it's so crazy.
Sweetest. Nicest guy on the planet.
Just to realize how he is as a human being, and for the character and the way he presents himself, you don't really see it duplicated in the business. And I'm pretty sure we can both agree to that. Now, when you have Chris, and I kind of did hear about that they were in the works of the tag team thing. I had my El Nino problems, and I had the Cole Bohannon experiences, which I ain't gonna lie, Cole was one tough son of a gun.
Yeah, he is.
My God.
I barely got that one.
And you know what? I'm gonna publicly on the microphone say I'm very proud of what Cole has done. Like elevation wise, everything, man. This dude has been killing it. And I'm really proud of that. And I definitely appreciate him actually, for me and him to be able to present that at a Burgers and Bras event, actually. Yeah, last year's Burgers and Bras, we did that match between us. And I still feel those spine busters at times. But like you just said,
at least you didn't take an Alabama slam from him like I did.
He wanted to. I got out of it. I slipped out somehow. Thank goodness I slipped out. But man, he hit me on one of them. But enough of that.
There's one thing I learned about Cole. That's not to let him grab you.
You telling something? You telling me now? Okay. But what you just said about Chris, I feel like as a human being, Jules, as a human being, man, you were one of the sweetest dudes on this planet. But when Chris is mentioned, it's like that just turns a notch on you. And it's like, I feel like that is that breaking point that you get, because like, I think the fact that you have traveled and done all these great achievements and stuff, and I'm very proud of you, very proud of you, dude.
Thank you.
At 2 years in the business, you took a wrestling promotion that probably was laughed at and whatever, and you made it something in Alabama. You made these things. You took those troubling bookings. I remember there were some guys at the training schools going, bro, you need to ease up on those bookings. Like, that looked scary. But like you just said, you took care of Infamous, and now he doesn't like you. I guess it's a revolving door with you. I don't know. Everybody just don't like you, that you take them and help them or something. I don't know. But like you just said, man, every time Chris's name is mentioned, your reaction changes. And I feel like with you doing what you've done, you have been trying so diligently hard to prove I'm Julez Bradley. I'm at my own level. I'm not at the Wild Thing level. I'm not. We're that same graduating class. Like, I'm on my own pedestal, period. And I feel like, in a way, that's making you, what's the best word for it? It's making you obsessed and crave to do whatever to get off of that comparison.
I just wish that the DCCW management, the boys in the back, and the fans would all see it. You know what I mean? Like I do. I don't understand why this kid even gets put anywhere near me. Yeah, same class, and like I said, friends. And I owe
heck of a matches
when
together.
I first
I've done phenomenal work together. Like
when I first started, I owed so much of my mat knowledge to Chris King. He was an actual wrestler before he ever got into professional wrestling. So us being paired up, me being the street kid that I was, that knew how to fight the way I knew how to fight, and him being the freestyle wrestler and knowing how to grapple the way he knew how to grapple, we fed off of each other. Like you said, we kind of consistently pushed each other to the next level. And so I owe him that for sure. But I mean, I owe JJ too for drawing the best out of me. I owe every single opponent I've ever faced that same homage,
I mean,
if you will.
You've
And
had
I
to face
faced,
your freaking
I think I
brother.
did the numbers the other day, and I started losing count around 150. And then it's not different people, but that's how many matches I've already had. So, I
agree
mean,
no more, bro.
and there's, like you said, there's way more styles out there than just mat wrestling. And that's what I think Wild Thing doesn't understand. That's something Fox definitely doesn't understand. You know, these guys, great wrestlers, great competitors in their own right. I'm not taking anything away from Rumble in the Jungle. But if me and Carson Case start clicking and Mullet Madness gets on a roll, I mean, it's over for everybody, dude. Like, on the mic, in the ring, backstage, after the show, at the merch table, you can't beat us. It can't be done.
So, what was your reaction?
I have the greatest manager of all time. Do you know who my manager is?
I do want to talk about that as well. You are still the same Julez that I remember that came out to DCCW, being the referee, doing all the things to pay your dues and do the right thing. That's something that I always took a knowledge for you. And I always talk about it on every show that you're on with me, or if I'm just recording, I always say, man, this dude came from the ground to where he is now. Like, this dude reffed countless shows, even still stuck with the gimmick, brought it in and tell you, hey, I'm not going to wrestle today, but I'm going to ref. And you had people show up just because you ref. Like, you've been showing that networking mindset. So me seeing these things that you're doing and all these elevation, apparently you got Ken Stixx. I mean, you got the best manager, like you claim, Stixx. You have Stixx by your side. And first, y'all were technically together before he was introduced in the DCCW locker room for a little bit. And now he is your manager and stuff like that. So I'm curious, what changed since you have been with Stixx compared to just when you were by yourself learning?
Oh, man. Again, greatest manager on the independent scene. I've been to, in 2 years that I've wrestled, just getting started, I've been to 6 different states. Stixx has been with me to every single one of them. Some of them because of Stixx. I've, to pull the curtain back a little bit, that pay window has had increases for me since Stixx has come around. He is a very good negotiator when it comes to my merchandising deals and my sponsorships, everything like that. Speaking of, from the ground up and paying dues and doing everything more than just being a guy in the locker room, like DCCW, I'm the head, one of the head of the sponsorship team. There's like 3 of us. It's actually myself and Chris Kane and JJ Dillinger. So you can see how well the communication goes there. But the sponsorships that DCCW has been able to get and do have are yours truly. They were brought to you by yours truly. So I mean, I just, I think I appreciate you putting me over like that, man. I think of it as I just have so much love and respect for the business that I couldn't see of treating it any other way. But at the same time, I have started to get to a point where, like, I know what my talents are. I know what, what I'm good at. I know what I bring to the table. I know, I've to not just harp on Alabama 4 hours away, but I've been known to drive 2-3 hours away and just flyer for companies that I work for. I've flyered for shows I ain't on. I've cut promos for shows I'm not on. I just love this, man. This is what I do. This is who I am. This is like I said, this is my full time. If I'm not doing this or something related to it, then I'm thinking about this or something related to it. I'm eating, sleeping, studying this or something related to it. So I appreciate that. That means a lot to me, you saying that. So,
I mean, bro, I don't BS this. Like, I will appreciate people.
Well, some people do. You know what I'm saying? Some people do.
To do this.
They get a set of boots, they get a set of trunks, and they call themselves a wrestler because they wrestle 6 times a year. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I mean by like, that's, if you want to keep bringing up why I get so irritated with Chris and why our names get brought up in the same level, it's because the respect, it's not that we're just on different levels career wise or talent wise or anything else like that. The level of respect is different. I've had to cancel bookings I've never canceled a booking. I had Brian Idle from NWA asking me where I was at, trying to give me a match because I was there for 2 days helping with setup, and I told him I had a show on Saturday, couldn't make it. I was already booked that day, brother. You know what I'm saying? There's two different. That's why I get so upset. And again, nothing against Chris Kane, and I understand that some people got other things in life going on, or you know, they can't always make everything, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to harp on the guy, but like, that's why I don't appreciate when we get brought up in the same sentence, so to speak, because there is a very different level between us, and it's not just in talent, it's not just in charisma, it's not just in skills, it's not just in dues paid, it's not just in roads traveled, it's not just in states wrestled, and it's not just in championships. It's in respect and love for this business.
Right. I agree with that. So I do want to go back a little bit. So since you have been aligning yourself with Stixx, you got rubbed the wrong way with your brother-in-law. Like, you have went through some chapters in this promotion, bro. Like, the match when I saw that you and Max Dawson were going to go against each other. I remember when you first started, you were so proud. You had so much pride on, I am related to Max Dawson. And you wanted to literally learn everything at a very short time, everything about this business. I remember you got on the top rope, even though you weren't ready, you weren't fully confident at the time, and you still got up there and be like, yeah, man, I'm gonna have to learn eventually. Like, you did all those crazy things. That's something that always I was shocked about. Was like, this dude literally. My biggest worry was I felt like you were just never gonna be able to tell someone no. Like, you would just take everything. And I remember we had a long talk about it. I was like, dude, stand your ground. Like, if you're not comfortable with it, don't do it. And I remember you just were so open ears on it. And then I see that you got booked to go against your brother-in-law. And even worse, it was your wife's birthday.
Yeah.
How is that happening?
Oh,
Talk
man.
about a emotional city for Mrs. Julez Bradley.
The matriarch of the trailer park, I call her.
The matriarch. Oh my God.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I'm as far as I know, we're on good terms. I know the last match didn't end the way either one of us wanted to. But I would hope that he knows that's not what I mean, you could clearly see in the glorified episode that I'm trying to check on him afterwards, that I cared about his well-being. You know, that's not how I wanted things to go down at all. Sad part, crazy part, no, I can't say no. If he wanted to run it back and go one more time so we can finally put this thing to bed, I'd have to say yes. But that's only because I have so much love and respect for him.
It is 1-1.
It is, unfortunately.
I'm not even gonna lie to you, dude. I was shocked you got that win off, because he looked like he was just ready to wreck you. And I mean, I'm not saying Max is the most strongest dude, but Max, he's rough. There's a reason why they call this man.
It's not often you see Max go flying over the top rope to the outside either, at all, ever.
I was out of my chair. And I don't usually like go back.
Well, I was on the ground, unfortunately.
Matches. Like, I remember when I saw that, I was like, he did say he's been getting in shape and stuff. I guess he's learned how to fly too. And like, it was just, I don't know. You brought an absolute different side of Dawson than I've seen my time so far in DCCW. Like, he was more powerhouse, just slam you. beat you down, pound you, whatever. But when you and him faced each other, you had him jumping out the top rope. You had this man jumping in and out the ring. I'm just sitting there, I'm like, when did Dawson have springs? Like, I was just like, whoa, where was this from?
I think, and this is all due respect again and love to him, but I think that goes to show how serious he was taking me. Again, that's who brought me into the business. And so we know each other like the back of each other's hands. When I first got started, like you said, he shoved the business down my throat, was dragging me all those miles, all the states and all the places I went that I was trying, Alabama and Georgia, when I was trying to drag Chris Kane and everybody along with me and the infamous Alex Ventura. It was because he had opened those doors for me. He was my first tag team partner, and we tagged together. We done a tag tournament, gauntlet style, where we went 45 minutes against 4 other teams. So, I mean, we've always brought the best out in each other for sure. And I think with those matches, he was, showing me the respect that I deserve. He wasn't going to take me lightly. He was going to make sure that he was throwing everything and the kitchen sink at me in order to win, which I appreciate him for, because again, it speaks to, it's a love and a respect thing. It speaks to how serious he took me. So
have y'all talked since this match?
Yeah, no, that was wild. And I from what I hear, I was kind of out of it after he dove on top of me. But apparently when Stixx got involved, the referee didn't fully see it because he was trying to get out of the ring and check on everybody. But he saw that something had happened and commenced to kicking Stixx out of the building, or tried to. Stixx doesn't move too fast. So but I mean, again, I wasn't gonna sleep on an opportunity or a chance. I feel bad about it. I really do. And I wish I could take it back. But I know, unfortunately, in the same opportunity, he would have done the same thing. So I think that's what played in my head when I grabbed him and rolled him up, was if the shoe had been on the other foot, I'd be toes up that night as well. So unfortunately, like I said, it's not the way I wanted it to end. I'd be happy to run it back and finally put the final nail in the coffin of that. Like you said, can't say no. I'm crazy.
You beat your brother-in-law. I mean, that was, in a way, you were really the underdog that match, because I mean, y'all killed it the first one, and I mean, you gave him everything, and you could just tell you did not want to be in that.
Like you said, stuff that I've never even used on other people before. Like you were pointing out, we brought out a side of each other that doesn't normally get saw. I mean, it's not every day that your boy does hurricanranas on the outside from the apron on concrete. So
the mullet process.
I do, however, enjoy a good Julez rules match, and I've been known to swing a chair or two and brawl.
Yeah.
It's more my style, man. It's how the trailer park was growing up. You throw a bottle, it pops off.
It pops off. I like everything's got to pop. It could be a t-shirt. Everything's got to pop.
You said something earlier that I wanted to put on a shirt. You said something really good earlier that I wanted to put on a shirt. More wiser. Putting that on a shirt. Okay. You said I'm more wiser.
Yeah. So
that's going on a shirt, Bubba.
I don't know how to abbreviate this the best.
I'll make Julez like the Bush logo, and then I'll do the frogs, the Budweiser frogs. More wiser.
You're gonna get your own beer now. Froggy, getting froggy with it. Hey, so I do want to know, before you and Stixx aligned with each other, you were still having some targets on your back. The JJ Dillinger experience, it felt like almost your whole 2 years for a little bit. I mean,
it was my first year at DCCW. My first year at DCCW was completely haunted and overshadowed by the devil of the locker room, JJ Dillinger, for sure. I'd like to think that I ended that on a high note. I have the last win. He tried to use some dirty tactics and pull a chair on me. The ref was knocked out. That's a whole nother, neither here nor there. But then he went on to deal with, he has this thing where he likes to target the new people in the locker room. Like that's to the new class, if any of you guys are watching this right now, I hope some of you are. If you're not, you're dumb. This was a free seminar. If you are coming to DC, if you're coming up in the DCCW building blocks and you're worried about who your first match is going to be or who you should be worried, it's JJ. It's the devil of the locker room. It's JJ. He will probably be your first match or second match. He will haunt you until you
4, 5, 6,
are
7, 8,
dead. He's a monster.
I don't know. He's going against Steve.
I love the dude because, again, I have to say he brought out so much potential in me. There was a side of me that was lying dormant that JJ unlocked, and I couldn't have done it without him.
So do you
Same
think
with
that's
everybody else,
how
again,
it also
Max.
got you to align with Ken with Stixx?
There might have been some connections there, maybe. Look
So
at
what's
you
different?
paying attention, huh?
What is different with you now being aligned with Stixx compared to what you were doing? Like I said, by yourself. I mean, you finally got out of the feud with JJ. You won that battle finally. I'm pretty sure it's not over. I'm waiting for my next round for sure.
Right. It's a battle with JJ, never the war.
I was focused on one, and I got him. Yeah. But other than that, even though that was like 10 years in the making.
I mean, again, I just with Stixx, there's nothing that really has like. Again, he's tried talking to me about this new attitude and what potential he wants to see unlocked in me. And there's been times where I might have got a little help without asking from Stixx on the outside. But as far as I'm concerned, I try to keep him safe, man. I have him for his brain, not his brawn. All right. So I don't care how much he can bench press. I know he's a beast.
That's a t-shirt.
I know he's a beast, but I mean, again, I owe a lot to Stixx as far as ever since I got done with that feud with JJ. Again, like you said, I was already even when some of that was going on, I was already aligned with Stixx and going to Alabama. Right around the time that me and JJ had our last match, me and Stixx kind of met each other. You kind of put one and one together there already. But yeah, I was in another state. I was winning championships. I was making promotions relevant. Now you see people from Florida, legitimate names, going to wrestle there and trying to follow in my footsteps because they think it's something special now. But anywhere I go is what's special. That's the thing. Like the grass is always greener where I'm at, not the other side. And it's because I water it.
Go. There's your trademark, the shiny path.
Yellow Brick Road, baby. The Yellow Brick Road.
Yellow Brick Road. I love it. So I do want to say this. So when you and Stixx first aligned each other together, he would walk out to your entrance song, dancing, happy, and everything. It hasn't been that way, bro.
Yeah.
He looked more serious, and it looked like he said the games are over. Like,
yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I haven't been playing games this whole time. I mean, just because I come out, shake my mullet, and slap a few fans' hands, and
you're a mullet madness. I was expecting both hairs to be shaken.
I'm not trying to say like, oh, the fans feed me and I need their energy. Nothing like that. It's more of I feel like I'm there for the fans, kind of thing. And I think that's what he hates more than anything is that he feels like I'm not putting me first.
Mm-hmm.
Which he's kind of right. I might pander a little bit too much here and there, but at the end of the day, man, like I'm not upset at what I've done, my accomplishments, my win-loss record, anything like that. So like,
baby.
Why he's harping on me so bad? I get it. He's ready to see championship gold on this waist 24/7. I get it. But at the end of the day, like just shoving me with psychopaths because they have a mullet it's kind of, counterintuitive. Like, we don't, like you said, if you go back and watch the very first match, we weren't jiving, man. Like, I come out, I'm loving my music. Marty or Carson Case, I don't know who that name is that I keep saying, but Barburner Carson Case is hating it. The fans are loving it. He's hating every second of it, and Stixx is yelling at me about it. So, like,
he was dancing to it when y'all first aligned with each other. I really was like, oh wow, this is a different Stixx I could ever remember.
Big shout out to Stixx right now. He's actually looking for me. I'm missing Marrow Pro.
I saw he put your picture on milk cartons. So
that's good. That's good.
Going on with that.
That's good, because Marrow Pro hasn't tried to look for me at all. I'm pretty sure I'm still at the venue, but whatever.
That explains the phone, the visual and stuff. Yeah.
Oh no, that's a different dimension. This is DCCW. Julez Bradley here to bring up Mullet Madness. And since you keep bringing it up, man, like, at the end of the day, I think as long as we're on the same page and we're not bumping into each other, hitting each other like last match, we'll be fine. I really think Rumble in the Jungle is not even on the same level as us. Again, I've kind of pointed that out. Even though me and Chris started at the same time, Fox, who's been in the business longer than me, even though he's been in the business longer than me, like, we're not the same. It's not the same. So, like, I think if me and Carson Case get clicking on the same page, we'll be fine. DWI better watch out. Or Exodus, whoever wins. That's going to be a good match. That's going to be a really good match.
They got their luck. They got work coming out for them.
They do. They really better have their head on a swivel, because them Exodus boys don't play, man. And they've been hitting it hard. Talk about people who have been accomplishing a lot in the last year and grinding. Those boys have been grinding.
I met them in Legacy. Shout out to Skip and them. And I will say this. Looking at them, but seeing them perform is way different. So DWI, not a fan of you. He's not a fan of you. But we do respect what company you have a championship with.
Right.
You better be putting in some work, because y'all are in for it September 14th. Because
I'm sure they'll have some dirty, underhanded tactic that they'll use in order to. I'm sure Dylan will get involved and hit somebody.
I mean, Brutal's gonna carry Nino. We know that.
Always.
I still think Dylan Willer should be in the ring more than him. It is my opinion, but I mean,
Stixx would love that.
Oh, apparently Stixx. Oh my gosh, that last battle between those two. Oh my gosh, he came out to walk it out. That was it. That was
I don't know where that lies, but I think as far as Stixx is concerned, they're kind of done. Like, he's with it because.
So they.
I mean, he smashed Dylan, man. He beat him up. He trounced him in promos. He constantly calls him out in training videos for the building blocks where he's not there.
Scenario-wise, I was wondering if Dylan was even going to make an appearance, because, I mean, if you talk about someone that gets ripped apart by a promo, I mean, he had no life saved on him. I remember Prince was even just like,
he just let it happen.
He's just letting it go.
Like watching a car wreck.
Wow, we're gonna encourage this. All right, we're just gonna see this thing just rip so much more of that Band-Aid off. I mean, holy moly!
I mean, even when Stixx stutters, he's a star, baby. So I don't know what Dylan thought he was getting into with that one. Even when Stixx stutters, he's a star. That's Palsy Heyman, dude. You don't mess with that guy. Like I said, I have the best manager in the
best reference when you come to Stixx, and I think this now.
I gave him that nickname, Palsy Heyman. That's my Palsy Heyman.
I like that one. But I'm starting to notice now that he's got your attention, he's got your approval when every match you're in DCCW, more likely at the Baker County Fairgrounds. Make sure y'all come out September 14th. Burgers and Brawls. It's going to be a phenomenal show. But Now that y'all have aligned yourself with each other, I think now he's bringing some of his guys in, and you got Carson Case. The dude's carrying around dynamite.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even know they carried those out here.
I
How
try
did
to
he
keep
even get
matches
to
and lighters
sneak that
away from
into
him,
the
man.
building?
He's something else.
Yeah, he's got a thing about lighters.
Matches, anything. Don't even let him get a magnifying glass.
I don't know if he's just like old school with that. Like he just loves fire.
Just
My
really
goodness.
loves fire.
Have y'all had any time to, try to build chemistry with each other other than the match that
We've
y'all
had some
had?
backstage. We've had some backstage interactions where we've trying to kind of talk stuff out and fix things. We recently just released a video of that where I caught him at training after some dark matches and stuff, and kind of pulled him to the side. Was trying to apologize to him for bopping him in the head a couple times. So I mean, hopefully, I think he's not dumb just because he's crazy. So I think he understands what I'm saying when I say we got to get on the same page and stuff. He seems to be on the same page. He's just wanting more
He's a veteran in
aggression.
his own game too, though. He's not somebody that's a newbie in this business.
No, not by any means. No, he has 7 years of experience.
I was just like, oh, I haven't seen him in like 4 years. Like,
yeah, wrestling people like Beastly.
Yep. I mean, he's been around.
Trained by John Davis.
That's more knowledge for you as well. But
right, no slouch to have in my corner for sure.
My worry with you two aligning yourself with, I feel like you're gonna lose that smile.
No, man. Don't worry about that.
I mean, the last match kind of said a little bit more than what you're saying right now, brother.
Look, I want to win as much as the next
Chris
guy.
gets in a match with you, you're different. I mean, you were doing the mullet shake, you were doing your thing, the fans were loving you. You are one of the crowd favorites. And you've done that from the ground up. I always said there's somebody that earned the fans' appreciation was you. Even when you didn't even have a match, you still had a merch table. And people would still pop on that merch table, get the glasses, you have mullets now.
Yeah, baby.
I mean, I'm loving every bit of it, but like you said, man, you lining yourself with Stixx. It was good, but now it feels like he's trying to put his mindset and change the Julez Bradley way. And I mean,
he has since day one, right? Like,
it's not just been one match, but it's been a couple of matches. But every time that something is involved with you and Wild Thing, you're different. I know you don't like it, but you've been telling me you've been wanting to get this off your chest. What is going to be different this match, September 14th, compared to the last time that y'all faced each other?
Again, I mean, I just hope that me and Carson can get on the same page. I'm going to bring my A game. I'm going to bring everything. I'm going to bring that full 2 years of knowledge, all the frustration of seeing somebody who I had the utmost respect for and saw all the potential in the world for, all that pent up frustration of losing to that person. Not just once, but twice now, because he did beat me in the Ollie Cup. If you go watch that again, thanks to Alex Ventura.
I got put in the Ollie Cup and I didn't even know about it.
Who seems so upset that I beat him, by the way. Like, he keeps bringing up this leg injury that I knew about or whatever, and I took advantage of it.
Who's
and this,
that guy
and the
again?
other night. Dude, like,
I beat him. I beat him too, right?
Huh?
I beat this guy, right? Infamous?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. I remember him. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
He got a wild card slot in the Ollie Cup tournament. I slipped him into the trailer hitch. He hasn't been able to walk right since, but he somehow managed to come out there and screw me out of the Alley Cup tournament when I was facing against Chris Kane. Again, I don't know what Chris has to do with that. Why every time I go against Chris Kane in singles competition, somebody else gets involved and hits me with a foreign object. Seems weird to me, but I mean, if you want to know, like September 14th, that's what I'm bringing. I'm bringing JJ interrupting our match that never got finished. I'm bringing Alex Ventura that interrupted our match that never got finished. I'm bringing the frustration of me being paired with somebody who, for the first time, who we're not exactly on the same page as one another as, and you think that that's some kind of win. Also, since we're on that subject of that win, I've brought this up online. Go back and watch the tag match. Go back and watch Mullet Madness versus Rumble in the Jungle. Do you got the clip? Let's bring up the final clip, the finish to that match where Chris Kane pins me even though he's not the legal man and the bell gets rang.
Real quick. That was the recent one, right?
So this isn't even a rematch. This is the finish. This is to cap off what never actually got finished because a ref messed up and counted for the wrong guy. Because you guys want to do all your crazy flippity flop stuff over the top ropes, double team me while my partner's down, and then the wrong person doesn't even the right person doesn't even pin me. But okay, Chris has consistently cheated to beat me 3 times now.
So you're saying that's another thing that's been rubbing you the wrong way is
3.
Chris hasn't been doing it the fair way, the way that
I mean, I technically won the first match because the ref saw me get hit with the chair, so I won by DQ. Well, Chris was there. And then didn't he see me get hit in the head when Alex cracked me with that cane? He didn't take the time to stop and check on me. He just rolled me up. I was bleeding.
You are bringing some good points up on that.
He didn't care.
Mean, in a way, and I mean, obviously, me knowing both of y'all, I mean, I obviously don't think Chris would have planned something like that, but it's seeming like Chris was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. And
every time. It seems like the jealousy's on the other foot. I get it. Like I said, there's a lot I've accomplished in this business, and I love him to death, and I don't hold that over nobody's head or nothing like that. But when I come back to DCCW, every time it's like we're in competition, we're compared, what for? I don't do that. I don't bring that energy. Why? What's being said when I'm not there? Why is that the vibe every time I'm around? And then again, to bring it back, chair shot, cane shot, pins me and gets the count even though he's not the legal man.
All right, sorry guys, it took a little while. Caffeine's a little low today. All right, hold on, bro. I got it. Sorry, guys. We're gonna get it back.
I know Alex and Chris like to bring up too. Whenever we did wrestle in other places, when I did bring them to other places, they like to think that I use dirty tactics in those moments.
Alex has been known to mention that, and actually, he is now one of the.
Yeah, he keeps bringing up this injury that I took advantage of. But again, just like in the match with Max, it's not like he doesn't know everything about it. So yeah, rewind it back, and you'll see the last person to tag on Rumble in the Jungle is Foxman X. Me and Fox are legal right here. See, right here. Chris tags out.
They don't know. They haven't seen it. Now they know.
The ref never saw it.
Oh no!
The ref said tag. That's why. That's how I knew to turn around. I heard the ref say tag.
No! Again, another miscommunication. Fox is in control.
So there you go. Now we're out.
Wow, you're actually wearing the
Fox
tights,
is still legal.
You're actually wearing the tights.
Count me.
Foxman X.
I'm glad you brought this up. I'm so glad you brought this up.
They're gonna need to get back on track, and they need to get back in the ring before they're counted out, Cody.
Carson giving me a pep talk, trying to snap me out of it, wake me up a little bit. I did just get kicked right in the face.
Referee at a count of 6 right now.
No tag has been made. Fox is still the legal man.
Springboard
Yeah,
offense
I'm
by Rumble
trying
in
to
the
understand
jungle.
why the ref didn't say nothing.
And now you got to wonder who's going to get the upper hand. Both competitors out at ringside.
I don't know if that move.
I don't know why the ref is trying to wake Chris up right there, leave him knocked out on the side. I mean, he's knocked out. Leave him there.
Foxman X rolls Julez Bradley back into the ring here.
Now back to his feet.
Yeah,
See,
they
the
never
ref
did
is not
fix
counting
that.
either person on the outside out because they are not the legal men,
What are we gonna see?
right?
Maybe looking for a suplex here, but now brings him into the
I
corner.
mean, yeah.
He should be counting them out. They're on the outside, but they're neither one of them illegal, so why do that?
The DDT possibly.
Going for that tornado
And
DDT.
oh my gosh!
Beautiful. Beautiful Insecurity.
Really rocks Foxman X.
I thought we had it right here with the double suplex.
Maybe looking to take Foxman X
This
out.
is how you
Here comes this fat little pink jelly bean.
Uh-oh. I don't like the position they're in right now.
Chris Kane.
Oh,
He
no.
can't be going for it.
Oh, no.
way. Are we gonna see it?
How you go to the gym that much? You can pick up 3 people and slam them like that. That's ridiculous.
And his shoulders messed up. too.
Everybody is out.
And no wonder his shoulders ripped out of socket. He's a dummy.
Can he get a cover? Can he do anything? Is he even the legal man?
Is he even a legal man? No.
Chris trying to get Julez Bradley back into his feet here.
Shout out to the 5-Star Jobbers podcast as well.
Big shout out.
Great
Now look at this double team tactic. Look at this crap. Pulls his knee
Why
pad
is he
down.
not-
Pulls his knee pad down.
They're looking for tandem offense here. Oh,
Trying to hurt me.
That's gotta be it.
here's the cover by Chris Kane. And this match is
Not even a legal man. Throw the match out.
Fox never tagged Chris. No lie.
I had a fan point that out to me at the show afterwards. Come up to my merch table and pointed that out. Told me that the right man didn't even pay me.
I mean, I'm all about fighting fair. I mean,
But I'm the bad. Yeah, exactly. I'm the bad guy in this situation. I'm the one who doesn't want to be friends anymore and has a new attitude since aligning himself with these other guys. Last I checked, we were friends, man. Like you're claiming that we're not even friends anymore. I'm starting to do the math, and I'm starting to listen to Stixx a little bit and Carson a little bit when they say stuff like, "Don't worry about these guys. They don't have your best interest in mind." Have I any reason to believe that they do? No, I don't.
All right, man. So we're getting almost to the end of this interview. If you could say anything to Fox, more importantly, I'm pretty sure you're just really wanting to refer to Wild Thing Chris Kane. The floor is yours, my friend.
Chris, I hope you were paying attention. I hope you were watching. This wasn't just a podcast. This wasn't a promo. This wasn't me putting the show over or trying to promote our match. I could give a crap less about any of that, man. At the end of the day, you were my friend, and I just don't understand what happened there. You want to keep going online and running your mouth and saying this, that, and the other about how I'm the bad guy and I'm the one who's got these new alliances and stuff. Again, man, I'm the one who's still wearing our tag team gear. I'm still wearing it. I wore it to the ring in our last match, actually, with Mullet Madness. I wore these to the ring. You probably threw yours in the trash. This isn't, we're not on the same level, man. And I plan on proving that. September 14th, Baker County Fairgrounds, Burgers and Brawl, 10-year anniversary, my 2-year anniversary. I plan on showing everybody why I get so agitated when we're putting the same sentence together. Because, I'm stumbling over my words right now. You're not on the same level as me, man. You don't have the same respect for this that I do. You don't put in the grind and the time that I do. So I'm sick and tired of hearing about it. Those fans, DCCW management, the boys in the back, they all know. They love me. Okay? So why you feel the need to go online and try to trash me and act like I'm something that I'm not, and I'm a bad guy and this, that, and the other, infamous Alex Ventura, you too, trying to go on with your new commentary gig and try to act like I'm the bad guy that took advantage of your injury. You guys really should take a step back and look in the mirror at who's talking. Because last I checked, you guys are the ones playing dirty. You guys are the ones using the dirty tactics. You guys are the ones going behind my back, hit me with foreign objects, talking smack. So again, not a promo, not talking, not trying to talk anyone up or any matchup. Mano a mano. I'll see you there, Chris. The shining jewel of the South ain't playing, man. Some can, some can't. Some got it, some ain't. Some will, some won't. Some got it, some don't. That's not just a catchphrase. That's the difference between me and you, my friend. Thank you, Warren. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
Always. Guys, like Jules has been saying, September 14th, Baker County Fairgrounds. He is facing, as you can tell, this is not just a match for him. This is a very personal thing. And are you hoping that this is going to be closure for y'all, and then y'all can basically be friends again? Is that what this is really being?
Yes, I feel like if me and Carson Case can get on the same page and show what we're about and put a W on the board and put the nail in the coffin on this, then yeah, for sure. I think a mutual respect can be reached there, hopefully.
All right, man. Guys, like he said, man, him and Carson Case, aka Mullet Madness. That's a catchy name, and it's perfect for both of you. Even though one of you are not doing the mullet shake, which it's really heartbreaking. When you come out,
I guess he's the madness to my mullet.
No shaking. Like, oh man. But Jules, it's always a pleasure. Love you. I hope the best for y'all. I want you and Chris to get back on this again, because when you two are on the clicking, I mean, y'all finding your own paths. Like, that's something that we all talk about when you graduate from wrestling school, is what you're going to do after you get that. And in reality, both of you have done very well. I mean, you have went and became a hell of a performer. And not only a hell of a performer, you have gotten your name out. You have been networking yourself to the end of time. If I'm scrolling on a Facebook or an Instagram, Jules has probably advertised 5 different things before I'm getting on 5 slides, which I love it, because you're promoting yourself. You are making yourself be the prophet. And that is what this business is to be, man. You get in what you get out of it. Chris, even though what you're saying about his match time, Chris has excelled a lot in the ring. His psychology-wise has been phenomenal.
Very strong competitor.
I will say this: him and Fox work very well together, because Fox, my opinion, has gotten so much better because of Chris. Because I don't know what it is. Fox has been getting jumped from DWI and all these things. Now he has somebody to help back him up in a way. And I mean, you don't really need a lot of backup for El Nino. You just need all the backup for everything else that he has. I mean, he's got women in masks. He's got women flying around here. He's got Nick Brutal being the absolute brute force that he really is. Heck, you even got Dylan Wheeler coming out there whooping somebody with certain things. I mean,
and you never know when they'll hire another guy like JJ, or even when they hired my brother back in the day.
Exactly. JJ talks about how he hates El Nino, but he got involved in something that he did not need to be in.
He'll take that payday. Apparently, Dylan's got stacks to make things happen.
I guess so, man. I guess so. But guys, I hope everyone enjoyed this. Like we said before, make sure you come out September 14th, Baker County Fairgrounds, McClenny, Florida. This is the 10-year anniversary. Burgers and bras. Even if you're not a pro wrestling fan, we have ministry, and more importantly, we've got barbecue, baby. We have got some of the best food that you can cook at a wrestling show. Bar
For sure.
none. I've been on a lot. Jules has been on a lot. We ain't knocking nobody, but that food hits the spot every
Top
time.
tier. Yeah.
I mean, good Lord. So, man, I wish you luck. I'm hoping to see y'all pretty soon. Seeing how
You're
my
going to be there,
schedule's
right?
gonna be.
Burgers and Brawls.
I'm not making any promises right now just due to my scheduling right now, but I am
Okay.
making the effort as much as I can.
All right.
I know a lot of people have been asking me to get back on Glorify. I'm trying. We'll see what happens. He's been knocking on the door too. He's ready to fight back eventually. He wants JJ, but he's still got the Penguin in his mind too. But
I heard, like I said, that this show, there's supposed to be a lot of old faces, current faces, and new faces. I heard a little tune playing at training the last time I was there that was curious to me, but I heard a little do 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 coming from the locker room, which I don't know anything about that. That was weird to hear. I thought Six Flags closed, but
hey, I mean, it's
you never know who you're going to see. You never know.
It's 10 years. And shout out to DCCW for continuing this thing for 10 years. And for some weird reason, as long as they've been together, as been this promotion, they have excelled exceptionally. Like Jason, shout out to Jason, has been doing the great flyer work, everything that he's been doing for behind the scenes with DCCW, the websites, the YouTube channel, everything has been doing phenomenal. And for y'all to have standing room only, the last show, it almost put a tear to my eye, man, because I remember when we all talked, we wanted to make this thing something that people look at and go, this could be the pro wrestling of Northeast Florida. And that's something that we made an acknowledgement of. And it's not because we put the biggest names on the card. We come in there and give you a show. And that's something I respect. That's something that you respect. That's something that all those guys in that locker room respect. And I say every good thing about almost every single one of them, except JJ and Nino. I mean, it is what it is. But guys, I hope everyone's had a great time watching this, listening to this, understanding Jules' perspective of what not only this match is, what's been for this build for him to be the way that he is. It's not necessarily, Jules is being the bad guy, which everybody acts like they know the behind the scenes of pro wrestling. Jules is turning. He's turning. It's the fact that things have not only been not going his way, but the way that they have happened. Obviously, Chris Kane, I'm hoping he gets a honest opinion on it, open-minded perspective, and go, man, yeah, maybe these are coincidental or something like that, but I still don't believe that he planned them, but only time will tell. One rule we talk about in pro wrestling, there's a lot you can't trust. But guys, this has been another great episode of Buzzing with Marlowe. Guys, I want to thank everyone for the doubleheader for season 6. Jules, always a pleasure, brother.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
Bacon with Bradley has got to happen soon.
Definitely.
Show, it was built up for a while.
Definitely.
Oh, man.
You've been busy, man. I've seen the channel's been doing a lot of different things. You've had a lot of new people on. You're running a whole different setup, and you're in and out. I know you've been really busy, man. So I appreciate you taking the time to have me on, man.
Behind the scene lifestyle.
Again, I can understand. I appreciate you taking the time
to that old timer reaction now, which is kind of weird, but I mean, I'm not fully
letting me come on here and defend myself and try to prove my innocence a little bit. I appreciate it, man.
Always, man. I tell you, you're always more than welcome to come on the show. But guys, like we said before, DCCW is back. Baker County Fairgrounds, September 14th. If you have been going to this promotion for the last 10 years, there's been a lot of talent that's come in and out of there. Time will only tell who's going to show up. I'm going to try my hardest to be there. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I'm not going to say I'm going to be there just because scheduling can change. That's what the biggest thing on the flyer says, subject to change. So
always.
you never know what's going to happen, but shout out to Steve and Vanessa Pender. They have done phenomenal groundwork with this promotion. One thing I love about them is they don't do anything shady when it comes to behind the scenes of the screen or that curtain.
Right.
They are literally exactly the same person they come out of that curtain to be. And I absolutely adore both of them.
Which a lot of people cannot say in this business. They are the
I'm not
epitome.
throwing shots at people. I'm being really honest.
Yeah, no, but honestly, I appreciate you saying that about them, because I try to tell them all the time, as someone, you know, who's out traveling and this,
They
that, and the other,
brought
I'm
me
everywhere.
back to pro wrestling.
I try to make sure they
back.
understand how much I appreciate and love them for that all the time.
Definitely. I mean, they brought me to love this again. I thought I was done. I thought I was out. I wasn't going to be trying to attempt it, coming out of a neck injury, all that. I was done. And somehow, man, they've reached out. They were so loyal. Everything, man. Just love those two to death. Love them insanely. And like I said, guys, ministry first, wrestling last. And you will have a great time at this show. You will see the patriarch of the trailer park, Julez Bradley. You will see his tag team partner, Carson Case. Hopefully he's going to do a mullet shake. There's rumors that has it. He might have a new gear or something. Y'all might be matching. Who knows what's going to happen? Burgers and Brawls, 10-year anniversary. It's going to be a phenomenal event. I'm looking forward to it. Make sure you check out the YouTube channels. Make sure you do the follows, everything, guys. Shout out to the 5-Star Jobbers podcast. They will be in the building as well, doing the commentating, the great stuff that they do. And I'm excited. It's 10 years. It's unbelievable. It's going to be a phenomenal event. Guys, we want to thank y'all for watching. We love y'all, and we will see y'all later down the road. September 14th, guys. Make sure y'all catch Julez Bradley at DCCW, Burgers and Brawls. Guys, I'm Warren Marlowe. That is Julez Bradley. And ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Later.